Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we break down big company secrets and try not to get too lost in the financial jargon. Today we're looking at Yoshiharu Global Co. And let me tell you, they've got something cooking that's going to change how their stock looks, at least on paper. So what exactly is happening with Yoshiharu Global Co? Well, on July 18th, they announced a pretty significant move. They're doing a 4-for-1 forward stock split. Now, what does that mean for you and me? It means for every single share of their common stock that you hold, they're going to give you 3 additional shares. Imagine you have 1 share. After this split, you'll have 4. It's like getting a bunch of free shares. This split affects both their Class A and Class B common stock. The details are pretty specific. If you own shares on July 28th, that's the record date to see who gets these extra shares. You're in luck. The extra shares are expected to land in your account after the market closes on July 30th. And the cool thing is, even though you'll have more shares, the value of each share will be adjusted so the total value you hold stays the same. It's a bit like cutting a pizza into more slices. You have more pieces, but the pizza itself hasn't gotten any bigger. Now, why do companies do this? Usually it's to make their stock price seem more affordable to smaller investors. When a stock price gets really high, it can seem out of reach for some people, even though you can technically buy fractional shares. So a stock split can make it easier for more people to buy in. Yoshiharu Global Co. stock trades on the Nasdaq Capital Market under the ticker symbol YOSH. After the split, it will start trading on a post-split basis when the market opens on July 31. This whole process is officially being reported as a material modification to rights of security holders. It sounds super official and a bit scary, but it's just the company telling everyone that they are changing the existing structure of their shares. They're essentially saying, hey, we're changing how many shares are out there and how they work. It's all about making the stock look more attractive and accessible. They also put out a press release about this, and that's covered under what they call Regulation FD disclosure. This is simply the company making sure everyone gets the same important information at the same time. They don't want anyone to have an unfair advantage knowing about this stock split before others. The press release reiterates all the details about the 4-for-1 split, the record date, the distribution date, and how the stock will trade afterward. But of course, all of this is being filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. This is the government body that makes sure companies play fair and tell investors the truth about what's going on. Filing these forms like a 10K or an 8K, which this is a standard part of being a publicly traded company. Interestingly, Yoshiharu Global Co. is checking the box that says they are an emerging growth company. This means they are a relatively new company and have some special rules they can follow, like not having to provide as much financial detail as older, bigger companies. They've also chosen not to use extended transition periods for new accounting standards, which shows they're keeping up with the latest rules. The filing also includes Exhibit 99.1, which is the actual press release. Think of it as the official announcement explaining everything. And then there's Exhibit, a file that is for all you tech-savvy investors out there. It's a file that makes the information in the report easier for computers to understand and analyze. Now, as with most of these filings, there's the standard forward-looking statement section. This is basically the company saying, look, we're hopeful about the future and we think we're going to grow and be successful, but things might not always go as planned. There are risks and uncertainties. They mention that their actual results could be different from what they expect because of various factors. They also say they don't plan to update these statements unless the law requires it. It's a way for them to protect themselves from lawsuits if things don't pan out exactly as they predict. This part is really important because it highlights that their future success isn't guaranteed. Finally, the report is signed off by John Oh, who's the Chief Financial Officer. This is the person at the company who's ultimately responsible for the accuracy of this financial reporting. His signature gives official weight to everything stated in the document. So what's my take on Yoshiharu Global Co. after diving into this report? Well, the main event here is the stock split. It's a sign that the company is trying to boost investor interest and make their stock more accessible. This often happens when a company is growing and wants to attract a wider range of shareholders. They're positioning themselves for easier trading. While there are no specific financial tables with revenue or profit numbers in this particular filing, because it's an 8K focused on the stock split announcement. The fact that they are an emerging growth company and are actively making these kinds of strategic moves suggests they are in an active growth phase. The risk often happens when a company is growing and wants to attract a wider range of shareholders. They're positioning themselves for easier trading, while there are no specific financial tables with revenue or profit numbers in this particular filing. Because it's an 8K focused on the stock split announcement, the fact that they are an emerging growth company and are actively making these kinds of strategic moves suggests they are in an active growth phase. The risks they highlight, as always, are worth paying attention to, and investors should always do their Alright, that's our breakdown of Yoshiharu Global Co. give this video's announcement. What do you think about their stock split strategy? Do you think it will help them attract more investors? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis helped you understand what's going on with Yoshiharu Global Co., give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more decoded corporate news. We also have a great community on Discord. The link is in the description, so join us there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.